Let's vibe, let's roll, let's get it. Whoa, shawty showing out, throwing on the dance floor. Fashion killer, huh? You don't give a fuck what a nigga gotta say or a bitch.
Hey you guys, it's Naimahrae and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button to join the fam because we stay litty over here. You visit me and if you're a return viewer. Hi, how are you guys doing on this lovely day? As you guys can tell by the title of this video, I am finally back with a story time. I know it's been a long time, y'all. I know it has, but like, I don't know, things just don't be happening to me like they used to, you know. I usually try to just stay out of drama because like I don't want to be in drama. I'm 24, like I'm getting older and I don't want to be in drama. I don't. This is going to be the start of a new Storytime series on my channel about everything that was wrong with my last apartment, pretty much. I know you guys have been waiting on this, like you wanted to know the tea. Well, guess what, y'all? I'm about to start spilling the tea. I, however, am still not going to say the apartment's complex name. If you really want to know, I feel like you kind of should know, or like you can easily find it because of that whole fire situation that happened. So if you really wanted to know, you could figure it out. But I will not be saying it because they did go under new management and stuff and everything. I'm not going to use actual names. So, you know, maybe it'll get better. I don't know. But it was a terrible living experience. That's besides the point. So before I get into it, this story time is going to be a little different than all my other ones. This one's kind of going to be like a recap slash continuation of one of my past story times on my channel, the one that's titled Storytime We Got Scammed, which I will link up there and down below. I'm going to recap that a little bit and then I'm going to like continue on because the situation that I mostly talked about in that video kind of continued. So that's pretty much what this video is going to be, but I promise you guys that the next story time that I do about this apartment is going to be a different situation. But I just wanted to finish this situation out. Y'all, I feel like I look kind of pale. I tried this new concealer for a campaign and I don't know, I think they might have sent me the wrong shade. This is why I don't like choosing my shade online, but I can't really tell if it's the lighting or not. Is it the lighting? Let me turn the ring light off. Okay, maybe it's just the lighting. Okay, we're just gonna turn that on low. All right, anyways, that's besides the point. I'm gonna stop rambling and let's just go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so pretty much in the story time we got scammed. I talked about everything that was wrong with the apartment when we moved in, and one of the main things that really bothered me was the tub. Okay, now I inserted pictures in that video and I don't even know if I still have them, so I'm not gonna like say I'll insert them here if you want to see them, like, you know, they're in that video. Y'all, the tub was just like, it just looked dirty. Like it had pieces and chips and particles. It just wasn't up to Naimah standards, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much after that situation, like I contacted the leasing office about it. I was like, you guys gonna do something about this tub, blah blah blah, right? And they ended up sending out a contractor, which is very unexpected. The whole situation was a hot mess. Like I said, this is just a recap, so if you want more details you can go watch the last video, but it was a hot mess. They sent somebody out to fix the tub because they saw it and they was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, I guess we could fix it, pretty much. And so when the guy came to fix the tub, like, you know, I'm thinking like, okay, like I could use my tub the same day. No, I couldn't. I had to wait 2 to 3 days to use my tub, which I forgot to mention in my last video. The one that was, I was talking about this situation, the leasing agent who was helping me, who I called Lysol, because I literally just watched the video so I could recap. Anyways, he was called Lysol. You wanna know what this man told me? He was like, oh, you can always take a bath in the sink. In the sink? The sink? Sir, I am a grown woman. What do I look like? Taking a bath in the sink. And I think on the time I was at my cycle, so I just was thinking in my head, I was like, sir, I'm literally bleeding out of my lady parts, and you want to sit here and tell me to take a bath in the sink? How about you go take a bath in the sink? How about you do that? He talk about, yeah, so and so did it. It was got, he did this, da da da. Okay, he, that's a guy thing. I'm not taking a bath in the sink. I'm not, unless I absolutely positively have to, but I should not have to take a bath in the sink in my own apartment that I am paying rent for. Like, anyways, I just had to throw that in there because that sent me. I still can't really believe he really said that to me and thought it was a-okay. Like, sir, let's be real here. Let's be real here. Let's be real. I didn't use my tub for like 2-3 days, right? And finally, when I could use my tub, like everything was fine, you know, like the tub looked great. Did I ever take any after pictures of it? I don't think I did. I should have. I really should have. Dang. Well, anyways, so the tub looked great afterwards. It looked brand new, you know, we ain't have no more issues with it. I was thinking like, oh, okay, that was the easy fix, you know, except for the fact I couldn't use my tub for a couple days, but whatever, right? So about 5 months later, right, we noticed that the drain is not draining properly. And at first I thought I was tripping. I thought it was like, you know, like maybe it just like the thing needed to come up or something, but no, it was not draining properly. Like, y'all, it got so bad to the point where like we were like standing in a puddle of water. Like when we would take a shower, it was like up to like my ankles. And I'm just like, dang, I'm gonna take a shower or a bath. Why is it so high? Like, why is it not draining? Like, what's going on? And I'm thinking like, dang, do my hair shed that much? Like, I wear shower caps the majority of the time. Like, you know, I only wash my hair every other week. Like, I'm thinking all these things like, dang, like, why is the drain not draining properly? I was so confused. I'm thinking like, maybe the person who lived here beforehand, like maybe they ain't clean out the drain. Cause that was literally my thought process. I was thinking in my head, I was like, they got some old ass hair sitting in there. That's what it is. It's somebody else's hair that's in there clogging a drain. Y'all, I can't make this up. I really thought that. And the thought of it was just making me upset. And I was disgusted. And I was like, they really ain't cleaned this tub before we moved in. And yeah, like literally that was my thought process. So we called maintenance about it, and y'all, I'm not gonna lie, the maintenance team was trash. I'm just gonna be honest. There was this one lady, she was kind of nice, but I feel like she was always stressed every time I saw her. Like, she seemed like she was always stressed and overworked. Like, hope she finds another job. But like, if it was an emergency, they're not gonna get to you for 3 weeks. Like, our tub was clogged with ankle pulls pretty much all the way until, I don't know. I feel like they didn't come fix it for like a couple of weeks. So at this point, we were just trying to figure out like what is the cause of it. Like, we also tried to avoid, let me throw this in there too. We also tried to avoid calling maintenance a lot for the simple fact that it took them forever to come fix stuff. And if we could fix it ourselves, we would prefer to. And we were going to get Drano, but we decided to just call maintenance because it was just so bad. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it was ridiculous. We started noticing these little white pieces like floating around like in the tub when like we take showers or whatever. And I was like, what is this? Like, what is going on? I want to know what it was. Yeah. You want to know what it was? You probably already guessed it. It was pieces of the tub. Literal pieces of like the paint that the guy used to resurface the tub. It was literally like chipping and coming up, and it was going down the drain, and that's what was clogging it, right? And we found out that's what was clogging it because when maintenance came, Ty was there. I wasn't there. I was at work, and he was like, yeah, when they unclogged it, it was just a bunch of paint in the drain and hair. And I was like, okay, like, I mean, we stayed there for about 5 months, so it probably was my hair, but I was like, paint? So after that, this hub started chipping, and y'all, I have some video clips that I'm gonna insert to show like how bad it was, right? Now, the first one isn't that bad, but as it goes on and progresses, it gets worse. Now, before I show you guys these video clips, I just want y'all to know that these are like probably like, I think a month or so apart. Let me see. Pretty much like a month apart, and then I think the other one is like 1 month is in between them, and then it's next. But this is pretty much what we had to deal with while we was living there. I just want y'all, look at this mess. Look at this mess. Okay, so y'all get the gist by seeing those clips. The last one I kind of cut short because editing Naimah here. I just wanted to pop in really quick and say that I was planning on inserting the clips like alone by themselves and not as an overlay, but I changed my mind. But in one of the clips, I was pretty much going on a rant about how we didn't cause this and blah, 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 blah. And this whole spiel about how the tub chipping pretty much wasn't our fault. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying in the last clip that you guys just saw and the rest of these clips that y'all gonna see. But I just want to throw this in here because I know it's gonna be like, what is she talking about? But yeah, I was going on a rant about how we didn't do it because I swore up and down that they was going to try to blame it on us and we was going to have to pay for it because they was the type of people to do something like that. But anyways, back to the video. Let me explain the rest of the story because I mentioned it a little bit in those clips, but just so y'all can understand what I was saying. So pretty much what I was saying was once it got so bad to the point where Ty and I was like, okay, like we should probably say something because we thought that we would get charged for it when we moved out. And shoot, honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all. With that place, you just never knew. Like, you never knew. They would probably hit you with oh, this is your fault. And you'd be sitting there like, how? Like, what was I doing? Clawing the tub? Like, make it make sense. So we decided to reach out to them. We was like, hey, like, this is what our tub looked like. I stay in this apartment unit, and I just want y'all to know that it looks like this, and I want my security deposit back, pretty much. Like, I ain't do this. And they was like, oh, okay, we'll get somebody out right away to fix it. I was like, no, you won't, because you guys are not going to provide me with anywhere to stay because I'm going to need to shower. Like, we both have jobs. Like, we live here. Like, we are not about to sit here and not have a working bathtub / shower for 2-3 days. That's just not going to work for me. Like, it doesn't make sense. And I was like, I just don't want to get charged for it when I move out. Like, I just want my security deposit back, pretty much. I just want my security deposit back. I want all my money back from y'all, really. But, I guess we'll start with the security deposit. Anywho's, and that's pretty much what I had told them, and that's pretty much what happened to that. That's the end of the tub situation. It literally chipped so bad all the way to the time that we moved out. When we took showers, we had to make sure that if a piece of the tub fell off, like a little piece of paint, we had to grab it before it went down the drain because we didn't want to have to deal with the drain getting stopped up again. Although when we moved out, I did have to call maintenance again because the drain was like starting to do that weird not draining properly thing again. So I had to call them, but they took so long to come, y'all. They came after I moved out, like literally after I moved out. And I was just like, well, it don't matter at this point. But that's what happened with the tub. It was a mess, y'all. It was a mess. And it was bad. Like, I know y'all saw how that looked. Like, that is not okay. They know they was dead wrong. And I don't know if tubs actually do like chip that easily after being resurfaced, but it was literally resurfaced in October and it started chipping probably like January, February. That's not a lot of time. And I feel like it should last longer than that. Granted, I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't resurface tubs for a living. I don't know. But that's pretty much what happened with the whole tub situation. Somewhere in the midst of all of this, they changed management. And I feel like the person that I contacted about resurfacing, like about what the tub looked like, was part of the old management team. But the new management team, I don't know if they were aware, like, what the tub looked like or whatever. But when we did the walkthrough, like, the final walkthrough with the lady, she was like, oh, yeah, we just mark it down as wear and tear. Like, it's fine. We'll get it fixed. And I'm just like, okay. Because I'm be honest with y'all. I'm be honest. The new management seemed like they had their head on straight and they had things, like, kind of together up until the fire. Then they were kind of, like, scattered for that one. But for the most part, like, they seemed like they were way better than the old management. Let me just put it that way. So yeah, that was pretty much that. That was the story, or the rest of the story for that. I know this story time was very short, or at least I think it is. I honestly don't know how long it is, but I know it was short. But one, Ty's taking a nap, and I'm trying to be quiet because I don't want to wake him up. But I usually tend to, when I record, I'm very loud. So I don't know if y'all been trying to notice me, like, trying to, like, sound a little quiet, or that's not a word. Sound more quiet than usual, but that's why, because I don't want to wake him up. Two, like I said, this was kind of just a continuation of the last story time, which that one has all the details in it. I just felt like I had to give you guys an update because I didn't take these clips for no reason. I do want somebody to see them, but in the last one, I was talking like I was about to go to court. I was like, I just want to reiterate that we did not do this and blah, blah, blah. Like, y'all, I know y'all saw the clip. Anyways, so that's pretty much the end of that. There will be no upload next week because of Thanksgiving. When am I uploading this? Yeah, there will be no update. There will be no upload next week because of Thanksgiving, but I will upload like after Thanksgiving weekend passes. Last time I uploaded on Halloween weekend, my video ain't do too well, so I'm just not gonna upload the weekends of holidays, like in the holiday area. I'm gonna let y'all go celebrate and enjoy your time with your family. And yeah, I will definitely be back with more story times. I know I say this all the time, but I mean it, y'all. I mean it. Make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media, which is always in the description box down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
I want a chick that grind on a 9 to 5. Oh, she in them college books trying to get a rise. But tonight, I'm just trying to have a good time.